on the cloud. Okay. Murtitve parikalpita shashabhrito vartma punarjanmanam atmetyatmavidam kratuscha yajatam vartamarajyotisham lokanam pralayodbhavastiti vibhuhu chanekadhaya shrutau vacham nah sa dadatvaneka kiranastrailokya dipo ravihi. See the rhythm? Trailokya Deepaha Ravihi. That means the one who eliminates the three lokas, Bhur-Bhuvaswar Loka, that Ravi, and then he defines what that Ravi is. A Murtitve Parikalpita Shashabhrit. So he creates the phases of the moon. Shashabhrit is nothing but Shashi, that's moon. Then Apunarjanmanam Vartma. That means those who are in the sadhana or the path of moksha, he is the path for them. Vartma means path. And then Atma iti Atmavidam, for the Atmavit, that means those who are in the, those whose eyes are turned inwards, he is the Atma. Because Surya is the Atma for Kala Purusha. Surya, in the chart, in the birth chart, the position of the sun determines, how spiritually inclined you are and all that. So that he is Atma. So all of these beautiful things, Lokanam Pralaya Udbhava Sthiti Vibhuhu Anekada Yaha Shrutau. In Shruti, he has been sung as, creator and all of this. It's talking about Surya Narayana. And then Vacham Naha Sa Dadatu. Let him give me speech. That means that my thing to express the whole of Jataka. So, in the olden days, not only were they astronomers and Jyotishas, but they were poets. Writing a shloka in Shardula Vikridita is not easy. There's a lot of rules and constraints to bring that rhythm. And the other one I can remember is one called Nakastuti, Narsimha Nakastuti, composed by Madhva. That's also, it's Pantasman Puruta Vairi Balavan Matangamajat Ghata Kumbho Chadri Pathana Digavatu Pratyeka Vajrahita, like that. Beautiful rhythm. Good.
Sunil, there is also something called Adityaya Cha Somaya Mangalaya Budhaya.
Cha. That is just the Navagraha.
Okay.
I'm giving you PhD postdoc level shloka.
Okay.
Okay. So now Panchanga. We will start from the big picture and go down to Panchanga. And these are some of the things that we have already done in the Gita, the 10th chapter, where we were looking at time and all the various things, through that spreadsheet that I had. So let's go through that. So the minutest time unit, according to the Puranas, there are others lesser than that, but generally it is called as a kshana. So in popular lingo, a moment is a kshana, is a moment. But in the time, it is measured as equivalent to about 50 microseconds. 50 microseconds is what I have brought down that to, based on what part it is of a given thing, a time duration. So that is, kshana is the kind of a basic moment, time unit duration that you'll see across many Puranas. Then the short durations, we are usually not aware of those things. Astronomically bigger time units we cannot comprehend. So our comprehensions is within a certain bandwidth, right? So Truti is also very, very fast. 5 kshanas is 1 Truti. Lava is also a very fast. Nimisha is usually the unit that we start with. Nimisha is actually blink of an eye. It's the duration of a blink of an eye. One blink of an eye. Okay, even though it has become synonymous with a minute, it is not minute. Nimisha is not minute. It is just what we have created as an equivalence. Nimisha is nothing but a blink of an eye. The duration of a blink of an eye is called nimisha. Okay, and that comes to about 25 milliseconds from what I have calculated. Matra is again, it all comes down from the basic unit that we comprehend, the basic unit of time, right? For us is the breath. Remember I said prana is a pulse. Prana is the time of the universe. Within the body and outside the body, the pulse of the prana is the pulse of time, right? So if the prana is about 4 seconds, and then based on that is the guru and matra. These are mostly for pronunciations, like in the language, in how long a thing should be pronounced. Guru means pronounced longer. One matra, ekama, ardha matra, sunil, is ardha matra, right? But it's actually in Sanskrita that is not there. It is sunila, just like all Sudhi or whoever. In Hindi we make it short, but it is not ardha matra. It is all one matra, and then is 2 matras, like that. That means how long the duration of the breath. That is the matra. Guru is again the same thing, the extended one. Prana is the basic unit of time or pulse. It's equivalent to about 4 seconds. One cycle of prana is equivalent to about 4 seconds. This is again, it's average, right? The breath is not, it's an average breath. Duration is 4 seconds. From then you come to the astronomical unit called Vigati. Vigati means it's 24 seconds. One Vigati is 24 seconds. So all of the Rashis, Navamshas and all of those things, they are based on this Ghatika and Vigatika. Vigatika is of the duration of 24 seconds. Then Ghatika is of the duration of 24 minutes, right? 60 times 24. Everything is a 60 cycle, right? In Jyotishya, the time is 60. A cycle is 60. 360, 60, all of those things make a cycle. So 60 times 24 is 24 seconds is 24 minutes. So Ghatika, one Ghatika is 24 minutes. That's the basic unit, right? 2 of those make what we call as a muhurta. Whenever we say there is a muhurta means 2 of these Ghatikas, which is 48 minutes in duration. That is called as a muhurta, right? And then of course, 15 of those muhurtas make one day, and then another 15 makes a night. So 30 muhurtas make a full day. That was from sunrise to sunrise, the next day sunrise, right? That's Dina. Then it is next from Dina is Paksha. Paksha is, you have the Shukla Paksha of the moon, and then the Krishna Paksha, 15 days. 15 days, 15 days. Masa is the 2 Pakshas, about 30 days. It's actually 29.5, but average to about 30 days. And then Rutu is 2 Masas, 2 months make 1 season. And then 3 seasons make 1 Ayana. Dakshinayana is 3 seasons, Uttarayana is 3 seasons. And then finally, 2 of those Ayanas make 1 Samvatsara. Right? And then from Samvatsara, which is a year. And then of course, 432,000 of those Samvatsaras make Kali Yuga. 2 times Kali Yuga is Dwapara Yuga, that is 864,000 years. 3 times Kali Yuga is Treta, 1,296,000 years. And 4 times Kali Yuga's size of duration is Satya Yuga, which is 1,728,000 years. And all the four together is called as a Yuga Chakra, four together, which is 4,320,000 years is one chakra, one cycle of yugas, right? And then 72,000 of these yuga cycles is one manvantara. So one Manu rules for the duration of 72 yuga chakras, right? Which is 311,040,000 years. That is the duration of one Manu, right? And then, which is also duration of one Indra. Devatas, all the Devatas, Abhimani Devatas change their positions every 311 million years. 14 of these manvantras make one Kalpa Dina, that is the day of Brahma. That is 4,354,560,000 years. That is one Kalpa Dina. Whole Kalpa is Dina and Ratri, which is twice of that, coming to 8,709,120,000 years. That is one Kalpa, one day of Brahma, right? Then 1 year of Brahma is 360 of those days, which is 3,135,283,200,000. 100 of those is the duration, absolute length or the duration of the universe. From the creation of the universe, from nothing, in the sense that nothing existed before, to the absolute destruction. The whole duration of the universe from creation to destruction is 13,528,320,000,000 years. That's the whole duration, which is Brahma's lifespan, right? So this is the astronomical. I mean, we can, samvatsaras, 100 years, 120 years, this is what we can comprehend. A couple of thousand years maybe. But after that, it becomes an astronomical scale. We cannot comprehend these big numbers, nor can we comprehend these small numbers, right? We cannot even sense these small numbers. So our bandwidth is kind of from, you can say from Nimisha, but even again, Nimisha we cannot sense. Probably from Prana all the way up to Samvatsara. That is what, is the bandwidth that we live in, right? So this is like the big picture of time and time scales. Any question on that?
Very good, Sunil.
What was that?
So very good.
Good. Okay. So this will give us the time scales. So we'll come to the time scale that we are, which is in our bandwidth, and that is the year, like a year. See, remember, whatever time scale we have is a cycle. Everything is a cycle. A year is a cycle of seasons, right? It goes back and forth, the same thing. It's a cycle. You cannot say there is a 5-year cycle. There is a 5-year cycle, but it's not a cycle though. For every 5 years, there is 2 extra months, but it's not a cycle. It's just saying that for every, since it's Adhika Masa is every 2.5 years, every 5 years, there's extra 2 months. That's lunar months added. But there is no 5-year cycle. There is a 60-year cycle. The Shashti Purti that is done, it is the major planets, Shani, Guru, and of course, all the other smaller planets, they go back to the position approximately how they were at birth at 60 years. That's the Samvatsara cycle. So that is a cycle, and it's called the Samvatsara cycle. But everything like the 60-year Samvatsara cycle, but everything that we are talking about is a cycle. So we don't have a concept of week. Like, a month is 4 weeks, right? Approximately 4+ weeks. There is no unit called week in our scheme of things. Did you know that? There is a weekday concept. There is no week concept.
Week concept. Yeah.
There's no week concept. which means the week concept, the way we have a repetitive week concept where 5 days you work, Saturday and Sunday is rest, is actually theologically driven by, the Christianity and Sabbath. Saturday is the for the Judaism. So it's a rest day. 5 days you work and then you have the rest day, which is the Sabbath or the Sunday. That's why it's called holiday is nothing but holy day. It's a holy day. Holy day has become holiday. Right? So that is the concept of week. Week as a repetitive cycle, a unit is not our concept. Right? So we'll see what our repetitive unit was, but it was not week. Even though weekdays, of course, weekday is there, but week as a repetitive cycle is not our concept.
What about month?
Yeah, month is here. Yes. No, weekday, month, all of those things are there. But every week, 7-day cycle, that 7-day cycle is not there. Okay, so if you go back, so that 7-day cycle came about after British. Pre-European, it was not, it is the Sthiti cycle, it's the Paksha cycle. What we used to do was 15-day cycle. 15 days, every 15 days it repeated.
So Sunil, what does Vara means? Because that's a common word we use, right?
Vara is a weekday.
Oh, I see.
It's a weekday, but a week as a unit, as a cycle is not there. Weekday is there. Week as a cycle is not there. Even though week is a cycle, but as a unit of some kind of structuring our lives is not there. Just like how 5 days we work and 2 days we rest, that cycle, that structure that the weekdays have brought about. If you go to ancient India, that was not like, Sunday they didn't rest. They were aligned to the Tithi cycle. Tithi had its own rest day, like Ekadashi was the rest day, like that. Okay. Any questions on that? Okay. So there are 5 kinds of years, and you have heard me say this in various different classes, but I wanted to, just for the sake of completeness, wanted to kind of mention it here. There are 5 kinds of years. That is cycle of a year. One is called Samvatsara. In Samskrita, the prefix sam, which is also in Samskrita name, sam means complete or well done or complete, perfect, right? A full. Sampurna means fully full, kind of that. Sam means full, which is also SUM in English, sum, together, full. Samvatsara is the true day or the true year, it is 365 days as a unit of year. 1 year equals 365 days. Again, remember, we don't have a concept of year measured in days. That is a European concept. See, what the Western method of time reckoning has done is they have equated the revolution, which is an independent concept. It is going around the sun, to the number of rotations, which is Earth's concept. That means when you start from a certain point in your revolution, when Earth's revolution around the sun, coming back to the same point, how many Earth rotations take place? That is the measure of 365 days. Means there are 365, 1/4, whatever that rotations are. That many rotations happen before Earth can come back to the same point around the sun, right? So it's equating a revolution, which is going around the sun, to a rotation, which is going around its own axis. We don't have that concept. For us, the Vedic system of time reckoning, we call that as fixed zodiac. That means for any motion, you need a reference, some kind of a reference. So for us, the reference is always the zodiac. It's called fixed zodiac. That means we treat the zodiac, because all of these nakshatras are traveling so slowly and so far away. I mean, slowly in the sense that for us, they're so far away, their change is nothing. So that means for all practical purposes of our lifespans, these stars are fixed. So the zodiac is fixed. Okay. So we take that as a fixed plane, and we measure all motion of all planets and everything with respect to a fixed plane, which is our zodiac. So we are not measuring the number of rotations of Earth. We are measuring the point on the zodiac. But it comes out because, see, if the Earth is going around the sun, that means the sun's background as seen from the Earth changes, right? So as the Earth is moving, the sun is also moving with respect to the zodiac. So when it comes to the same point, it is equal to this 365 days. But again, sun itself is moving with respect to the zodiac. So all of those things are not taken into account in the rotation reckoning of time, but it is taken in account in the fixed zodiac, because sun is also moving. Whole solar system is moving with respect to zodiac. So all of those things come in. And so there are all these corrections that happen. Right? So for us, Samvatsara is sun going from 0 degrees of Aries. Sun going from 0 degrees of Aries all the way to 360 degrees of Pisces, which is basically 0 degrees to 0 degrees of Aries. That means as measured from the background, sun has to come back to the same 0 degrees. And it turns out that it is 365 1/4. But it's, because we are not taking rotation, it is just, on 365th day, the sun will change. And that's the reason why, if you look at Sauramana Yugadi, is always April 14th. But because of the leap year, it's either April 14th or 15th. The date moves because the Gregorian cycle year change, adds that extra day. But that is not moving. That April 14th and April 15th is steady, because it is based on the sun's movement, sun's movement, apparent movement, in the background of the zodiac. Going from 0 degrees of Aries back to 0 degrees of Aries, is that length of time is called Samvatsara. Okay, that is the perfect year or the complete year, the true year measurement. Then there is something called Anuvatsara. Anuvatsara is 354 days. That means it's the lunar days. So this is the the lunar calendar, which is basically all the festivals and everything that we reckon. For all of those calculations are lunar calculations. Year calculation is also lunar calculation. So most of the things in our lives are lunar cycles, lunar calculations. So if you look at the lunar calculation, the moon takes, for the tithis, the moon takes about 29.5 days to complete one tithi, and it is approximated to 30 days. And that's the reason why a month is 30 days. A month is supposed to be 30 days. Now you ask a question. Why 28 days in February? Why 31 days in some months? Why, all of those are arbitrary Western historical things, like adding months. July and August were added in the middle. after Julius Caesar and Augustus Caesar. But if you look at the name of the month, September is Sapta, 7. October is Ashta, 8th month. November is Nava, 9th month. December is Deka, 10th month. So December was 10th month at some point of time until the 2 extra months was added, or 2 months was added in the middle, the July and August, right? And they wanted to make that, have 31 days because, they were great emperors. And so, people had a say in this. So it was a lot of people based, driven. This is like, research driven by money in these days, that same thing like that. Calculations based on power. Those were the things. But in Vedant, in our Jyotishya calculations, 30 days is the length of the month and it's fixed. There's no 28 days, 29 days, nothing like that. Or 30 days or some 31 days. It's a fixed month is 30 days. Okay. So then, if you look at the tithis of the lunar year, it comes to 354 days, which is Anuvatsara. One lunar year is 354 days. And that's why it falls short every 2 years. 2.5 years, it's 30 days. Again, if you go to 2.5 years. And then, so you add an extra month. And then like that, because of the 10-day deficit. The average of solar and the lunar year is the ideal Vatsara, which is the 360. The 360 as a cycle is an average of sun's cycle and the moon's cycle. If you take the average, it comes to 360. So if you go back to Vedanta Upanishads and all that, when they are doing the can you go to the web page?
Yes, we can, Sunil.
Oh, okay. I didn't know it was shared. Okay, I have to remove the share. Oh, it's not shared to the web.
No, I thought you were asking if you can just type in the website, but no, we cannot see. You're not sharing.
Okay, I did see. Okay, anyway, so okay, so that's the Vatsara. Vatsara is the 360, right? So if you look at the Kathopanishad, in the Kathopanishad, there is an equivalence made of 3 cycles. So days outside, 360 bricks of the Yajna Vedi, and the 360 bones in the body, 360 days. So like Trinachiketa, that's what Yama says, right? So Trinachiketa is the equivalence of time, of body, and then of the Yajna, the bricks. So 360 bricks, 360 bones, and 360 days. So the 360 is not a real measure. It's an average measure. It's an ideal measure. So that is where the 360 comes from. Okay. Now, Idavatsara. So Idavatsara is the Nakshatra days. That means 27. The moon spends 1 day in one nakshatra. So 27 nakshatra, 27 days, and then times 12 would be 324. So that is the Idavatsara is 1 cycle of moon. So moon visiting a nakshatra 12 times. So when it's gone through that nakshatras 12 times, that becomes Idavatsara. So that's the nakshatra year. And then finally, it's Parivatsara. This is the Barhaspatya year. This is one. Jupiter takes 12 years, approximately 11.8 or 11.9 years to go around the zodiac, right? To go around the sun, Jupiter takes about approximately 12 years, which means it takes 1 year in each sign. So that 1 year it is also equivalent to about 360 days on average spent in Rashi by Jupiter. So Jupiter will be in one Rashi for 1 year, about 360 days. So that is called as Bahaspatya year. And the Plavanama Samvatsara, Prabhava, Vibhava Nama Samvatsara, all of those, where does the name of the Samvatsara come? It's the name of the Samvatsara name comes from Jupiter's residence in a Rashi. So after 5 cycles, when 5 cycles are done, that is 60 years, Jupiter goes to, when it goes back to Aries, that is Prabhava. Then when it goes to Taurus, it is Vibhava. All of those. So the name of the Samvatsara is derived from Jupiter's residence in that Rashi. Okay. When we say Plavanama Samvatsara, because Jupiter is in Kumbha Rashi. That is Plava. So there are 5 Samvatsara names for each Rashi because it's 5 cycles. So Plavanama Samvatsara is also Jupiter in the Kumbha Rashi. Okay. So these are 5 different years. Good. Now, when we say Panchanga, Panchanga means what? Panchanga means 5 limbs. But specifically the 5 limbs, Panchanga is the Dainika Panchanga. That means it is 5 limbs of a day. The same way there are limbs of the year. There are 5 limbs of the year. So if you make, like remember in the Purusha Sukta class, I said, making a Purusha. If you make Samvatsara Purusha, a lot of Upanishads have Samvatsara Purusha. Samvatsara Purusha, there will be a head, 2 limbs, and 2 hands, 2 legs, right? So that's the Samvatsara Purusha. So that will be the Samvatsara, that is Jupiter in a certain Rashi giving the Samvatsara name. Months is a limb of a year. Rutu, seasons, are a limb of a year. Ayana is solstice. Vishu is equinox. So these are different limbs of Samvatsara. The same way, Masa has its own limb. Masa, Paksha is a limb of Masa. Right? Paksha, let me see what I have here. Okay, this is okay. Dina, day, has 5 limbs. That is what we are talking about. When we say Panchanga, we mean Dainik Panchanga. That means the 5 limbs of a day. Got it? Panchanga means 5 limbs. 5 limbs of what? 5 limbs of a day. A day. That is sunrise from today to the next day's sunrise. That is a day. A day, how is a day reckoned? From sunrise to sunrise. Right? So that is the Panchanga. What are the Pancha Angas of a day? Yoga, Tithi, Vara, Nakshatra, Karana. And on Gita in Action, I asked the question, why only 5? Why not 6 or 10 or just 2? Because these 5 limbs are related to 5 tattvas, panchabhutas. Right? And so we'll see all of those things. So let's look at the best way I thought of tackling this Panchanga is to look at the daily Panchanga that I send out on WhatsApp. And this is today's Panchanga. So we'll go line by line, what each one means. I was meaning to do that before, but I think this is a good opportunity to go line by line. Like each line of what I send out every day, what does that mean? Right? So let us look at it. So of course, this is Sunday, Ravi Vara. So this is the Vara. 1 Anga is mentioned, right? The Vara is 1 Anga. Now, what is this sunrise to sunset telling you? It is telling you the length of the day. Right? So let us look at the length. Can you see this?
Yes, we can.
Okay. So if you look at the length of the day, here you can see we have 2 Vishus and 2 Ayanas. So I'm just looking at March. This is all March 20th, 2021, September 22nd, 2021, which is coming now, June 20th, 2021, December 21st, 2021. Right? These are 2 solstice and 2 equinox. So if you look at, if you go back to my daily Panchangam for March 20th, if you look at the sunrise sunset, the sunrise was at 7:20. It doesn't matter whether it's a daylight saving or daylight, daylight time, central time, because it's a relative, it's a duration. So it doesn't matter if it's 1 hour, one hour ahead or 1 hour behind, changes. But if you look at it, the duration of the day is 12 hours, 7 minutes. That's almost equal, 12-hour day and night, right? So this is the equinox. This is a March 20th. You can establish the length of the day with this. When I say day, I mean sunrise to sunset. That is the length of the day. Then September 22nd, which is coming up now next week, that will also be the next equinox, right? Again, the length of the day, sunrise is at 7:15, sunset is at 7:20 in the evening. And if you calculate the length of the day, it's 12 hours. So almost day and night are equal at that point, right? Now, June 20th, in summer, when Dakshinayana started, then sunrise was at 6:26. Sunset was at 8:27. So the length of the day was 14 hours. Which means the length of the night was 10 hours, right? That's the longest day, shortest night. And then December 21st, the winter solstice, that's the Uttarayana Punya Kala. Then, which is December 21st, 2021, sunrise will be at 7:17. Sunset will be at 5:29. The length of the day, shortest day, was 10 hours, 12 minutes. The length of the night will be almost 14 hours. Right? So what that line in the daily Panchanga that I send out tells you, it tells you the length of the day, how the length of the day is varying, how it is same, day and night are same duration for equinox, and then the days grow, and then then the longest day, shortest night, and then the days shorten to again equal day and night, and then December 21st, it becomes shortest day, longest night. Right? So what this is telling you, is the length of the day. Got it? So if you look at sunrise to sunset, you'll know what the length of the day is. So it's 12 hours, 23 minutes today. So it's going to shorten until the 22nd or the 20th, until the 20th or 22nd of September, right? Yeah, until the 22nd of September. And then at 22nd of September, it will be 12 hours, a couple of 5 minutes or something. And then 23rd, it's going to be more and more and more. Or actually less and less and less. So less than that. So this is how, this line in the Panchanga that I send out every day will tell you the length of the day. What does this tell you? Moonrise tell you? It will tell you the tithis. Okay. So when the moonrise will be with sunrise for Amavasya. And that's the reason you don't see the moon during Amavasya. Why? Because it rises and sets with the sun. Right? Moon will rise in Amavasya, with sun in Amavasya, and moon will rise at sunset on Purnima. That is why when if you are walking in the evening on Purnima, if you are coming back towards the east, you'll see the big moon coming up in a Purnima or the next day of Purnima. And that is, moon is rising at sunset. So moon rises with sunrise on Amavasya day, moon rises with sunset on Purnima. right? In the same way, on if you look at today, it says 1:04 is the moonrise. 1:04. That means 1 o'clock now, this afternoon, the moon will rise at 1 o'clock, which means we are very close to Ashtami. Shukla Ashtami, moon rises at midday. Krishna Ashtami, moon rises at midnight. So you can look at 4 points. Moon rises at sunrise for Amavasya. Moon rises at sunset for Purnima. Moon rises at midday for Shukla Ashtami. Moon rises at sunset, or moon rises at midnight at Krishna Ashtami. So Krishna was born at Krishna Ashtami at moonrise. That is midnight, 12 o'clock. Right? So you can establish 4 points with this. So you can, if you are watching, so we are in which Paksha? We are in Shukla Paksha. Shukla Paksha means moon started rising with the sun, and then it is rising later and later in the day. Now it is going to rise today at midday, or a little later than midday. And then later on, it will go towards sunset. And at Purnima, it will rise at sunset. Right? So looking at this time, you can tell, or if the moon rise is during the day, you know it's a Shukla Paksha. If the moon rise is at night, you know it's a Krishna Paksha. Right? So you don't even need to know. You just need to know when the moon rise is to establish when there is Krishna Paksha or Shukla Paksha. Right? So this is what this one tells you. So 4 points. 2 Ashtamis and then Amavasya and Purnima. Good?
Very good, Sunil. Sunil, one question. So,
Yes.
On some of the tithis, I mean, 90% of the tithis you say, like we have to, Egadasi or Dwadasi, we have to watch for the sunrise. When the time the tithi is, that's what we take it.
Yes.
But when you go to Chakra Chaturthi, you always say that you take the moonrise, right? And even for the Triyodasha, for the
No, the moonrise is for breaking the fast.
breaking the fast. Okay.
Moonrise is breaking the fast, but the rule for the Sankashtara Chaturthi is the Chaturthi Tithi should be at sunset.
Sunset, okay. Then moonrise.
In the evening.
Then the moonrise.
Moonrise is when you have to break the fast.
Okay. So and also in Shiva, I mean, even when you try to do what do you call the Triyadashi Tithi, they do it in the evening.
Correct.
I mean, say sometime what happens, Triyadashi comes in the middle of the day. So do we need to calculate the sunrise Triyadashi or the moonrise Triyadashi?
No. It's all Vyavaharika. See, there are 2 kinds of tithis calculation.
Yeah.
Tatkalika calculation is at that time. That means, let's say you are born in a certain tithi, right? So if let's say you're born in the evening, and for just give an example is Dashmi started at 4 o'clock. You were born at 5 o'clock. But at sunrise the same day, it was Navami.
Yeah.
Okay. So your birth tithi is the tithi at the point of birth.
Okay.
Dashmi. The tithi of the day is the tithi at sunrise. Navami.
Okay.
Okay. So Tatkalika is the birth tithi.
Okay.
Okay. Vyavaharika means you have established your birth tithi as Dashmi. How do you celebrate your birthday? When the Vyavaharika the next year or any year at sunrise is that tithi.
Oh, okay.
Okay. So all celebrations are Vyavaharika, not Tatkalika.
Okay.
Okay. So that is very important. So Tatkalika, you don't use it. Vyavaharika means the snapshot of all of this Tithi Yoga and all of those things at sunrise. The only exception being the tithi, as in ritual funeral, is done at the beginning of the tithi. That means if a person has passed away on a certain tithi, let's say Dashmi, and the Dashmi starts at 10 a.m., but at sunrise it's Navami, you don't have to wait for the next sunrise to do the funeral rituals.
Oh, good point.
So because the beginning of the tithi is called, it's Ashubha. The ending of the tithi is called Shubha. That means Shubha karmas should be done at the ending of the tithi. Even if the next day, if the tithi is very close, like sunrise is at 7 o'clock and the tithi ends at 7:01, that festival, whichever festival on that tithi comes, should be done on that day, not the previous day. Because the beginning of the tithi is for Ashubha Karyas. I shouldn't say Ashubha Karyas, even though it's popularly told like that. For death rituals, for prosperity rituals, or for rituals of living, it is the ending. Whether it's Ekadashi, whatever it is, you have to do at the ending of the tithi. If it's an Ekadashi, even if the Ekadashi comes, is there even before, a little before sunrise. Sunrise is at 7 o'clock. Ekadashi starts at 6 o'clock. That day is Ekadashi.
Okay.
Right? Because
for Pradosha, they do it only in the evening.
Pradosha puja is done in the evening. Yeah, the tithi.
Even though the tithi, assuming the tithi ends in like 4 o'clock or something, but still we continue.
It's in the evening. Yes, Pradosha puja is done in the evening.
Even though Pradosha is finished, I mean the Trayodashi is finished, we still have to do it.
Yes.
Okay.
The Vyavaharika tithi has to be there. That's it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thanks.
So
That's where I get
Tatkalika,
it.
you never should do the Tatkalika unless it is Pitru Karyas. For all other Shubha Karyas, it is always the ending of the tithi, not the beginning of the tithi.
So the puja needs to be done in the evening for Shiva.
I mean, puja, even Pitru is puja. Huh? So, but it is the living, right? It's the affairs of the living. The affairs of the living at the end of the tithi, the affairs of the dead at the beginning of the tithi.
Okay, super. Oh, thank you.
Okay.
Because that's where I get confused. The Shankara Chaturthi and the Trayodashi, always confusing.
Right. Yeah. So that is what it is. So the Sankata, you have to have the Chaturthi in the evening. And that's why sometimes, when it is Tritiya in the morning and Chaturthi starts in the afternoon, but it is not continuing until the next evening, you do it the previous evening. Right? Okay. So any questions on this so far? Moonrise. You're all so very silent. Is it interesting, or do you want me to?
Very interesting.
Sunil,
Very interesting.
honest opinion, I couldn't follow a thing.
You can follow a thing.
It's very difficult to follow this. I mean, I was keenly listening, but I lost track. I mean, somewhere in the beginning, I lost track.
Are you listening and watching as well? Because I'm showing what I'm.
No, yeah, I'm watching. Yeah, I'm watching your thing, but
Okay.
I don't know. It's I don't know. Maybe I'm not geared to this thing, but it's just I couldn't grasp a lot of stuff. I can understand a few of the terms, but I couldn't grasp a lot of stuff. It started
So
started from Samvatsara there, and then that he started about equinox. He talked about this things, and I completely lost it after that. Yeah.
Where did you lose it? Which part?
No, you don't have to change it just for me, but
No. But I want to make. I mean, if it's you, then I think there are others too. So you need to give me a feedback, because if you're not understanding it, I can stop and then revisit it. There's no point in just going.
I mean, you can ask other people to see how many people have grasped it. Yeah.
It's a big thing. It's very difficult to shorten it. So much to learn. I mean, little bit. Sunil already covered some of them. The kalpa, all that. he covered all already. So
Yeah, that's the kalpa, the time wise, up to time I could.
yeah,
follow.
I think
After that,
Samvatsaras is there. That's where
Yeah,
kind of-
Samvatsara is nothing but the length of the year according to 5 different systems, right? And that's all you need to know. And there are 2 calendars. There is the solar calendar, which is the true year of 365 days. But again, we are not doing it or with respect to the number of days rotations. It is done from Aries 0 back to Aries 0, right? That is what it is. And then Anuvatsara, which is the lunar year. So these are 2 years. That's what is and the name of Samvatsara comes from where the Jupiter is in the Rashi. And so this shouldn't be that difficult to understand this one. Again, like I said, the year has 5 limbs. That's the Samvatsara is the name of the year. What is the name of the year, right? When we say Plavanama Samvatsara here, Plava, here when I say Plava, what does this refer to? This refers to the year in which Jupiter is in Kumbha, right? Kumbha, there are 5 different names. One of them is Plava. That means during this year, Jupiter will be in Kumbha Rashi. That is why it gets the name Plava. Okay. Then Masa is the other limbus is the month, the season, the Ayanas, Dakshinayana, Uttarayana. Ayana is nothing but solstices. There's 2 solstices, 2 Vishus, 2 equinoxes. That's all I said. And I was tying the length of the day to solstice and equinox, which we all know, right? Shortest day, longest night, shortest night, longest day, all of those things we already know. Equal day, equal night. So those are the things. And then moonrise, it's a way of reckoning how when is Amavasya? Amavasya is when moonrise and sunrise happen at the same time or around the same time. Purnama is moonrise happening when the sun is setting, because the moon has to reflect the whole light of the sun, right? So it has to be opposite. And then in between, the moon is either rising during the day, which is Shukla Paksha, or it's rising during the night, which is Krishna Paksha, right? So the moon will rise at midday, which is what I was just showing that here. Moonrise is 1 o'clock today. Moonrise is 1 o'clock today, which means it is first of all, it's a Shukla Paksha, because the moon rises during the day. And then it is midday, almost midday. So today is Saptami, tomorrow is Ashtami. So it's going to be around Ashtami when it happens. If moon rises in the middle of the night, then it is Krishna Paksha, Ashtami, Krishna Ashtami, which is when Krishna was born. So Krishna was born when moon was rising at 12 o'clock, right? So these are all the things that we have covered so far. Hopefully, there's no confusion here. Let me know if there is something that's not understandable.
Sunil, only thing is,
That's
you
a
said
comment.
yoga, right? How is the yoga? What is the meaning of yoga there?
No, we have not
I know
gone
it is
through
part
that.
of.
We are
In your daily Panchanga, you also
Right.
mention yoga, right? So what is the meaning of?
You are jumping. That is there here. There is a deep dive here. See,
Okay.
I have a whole deep dive.
My God.
The exercise that you will be doing, right? So if I have not told you something, that means I have a deep dive later on. So I'm going from top down. Okay.
Got it.
Okay.
We stopped at moonrise.
Moon. Okay. And then Samvatsara, I said, is the name of the year based on where Jupiter is in the Rashi. Okay. That is Samvatsara. Ayana is the either it's a Shukla Paksha. I mean, Ayana is the this one, Uttarayana, Dakshinayana. Right. The first part of the year, when the day is increasing and the night is decreasing, ending with summer solstice. And the second part of the year, where the day is decreasing and the night is increasing, ending with winter solstice. So every year has 2 ayanas. So then it's going to tell you. So we are now in Dakshinayana. What does it mean? Dakshinayana means what? That the days are getting shorter and the nights are getting longer. Right? So that is what is going on. Rutu.
So during the springtime, it should be other way around, right? Uttarayan, Ayana is the other way around. Okay.
Correct. And during from 21st of December till June, the day will increase and the nights will decrease. Okay, please. Okay. Then Rutu is nothing but season. It is Rutu is the 2 months make a season. It's the season. Vasanta Rutu, Grishma Rutu, Varsha Rutu. Those are the seasons. So that is the Rutu line here. Season. Masa is the month, right? So we are in the Bhadrapada Masa. So the 12 masas, I think I had here. So if we can deep dive this here, right? So if you look, these are the main names of the month, right? Chaitra Masa, Vaishakha Masa, Jyeshta Masa, Ashada Masa, Shravana Masa. We are in Bhadrapada Masa, right? Which is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6th month. We are in the half of the lunar year. Then we have Ashwayuja Masa. See, big thing in here is Krishna Janmashtami. Big thing here, Ganesh Chaturthi. Big thing here is what? Ashwayuja Masa.
So in this has no correlation between our regular standard calendar, right? It's there. They have a different count, right?
Yeah, this is lunar.
Lunar, okay.
So what does the Ashwayuja, what happens next month?
Dasara.
That's Diwali, right?
No, between Diwali and now there is something else.
Vijayadashmi.
Navaratri.
Navratri, yeah, Navratri.
So this is Krishna Janmashtami, this is Ganesha Chaturthi, this is Navaratri, Kartika Masa, Agni, that is Deepavali. Here. Okay. So then Margashira Masa, Pushya, Magha. A lot of the Magha Masa is the sun's birth will happen there. Phalguna Masa is the end of this is when Arjuna was born, right? Krishna was born in the same year. Krishna was born here in Shravana. Arjuna was born in 2 months difference. Okay. So this is the months. And how do these months get the name? The months get the name through the star on which the Purnima occurs. The moon, full moon, will occur in these nakshatras, and that gives the name to the month. So in Chaitra Masa, the moon will be full in Chitra Nakshatra. In Vaishakha Masa, the moon will be full in Vishakha Nakshatra. In Jyeshta Masa, it will be full in Jyeshta Nakshatra. In Ashada Masa, it will be full in the Purvashada Nakshatra. Shravana Masa, Shravana Nakshatra. Bhadrapada Masa, Purva Bhadrapada. So that means the Purnima that's coming up, it will be the full moon. So you should notice we are in Saptami, another 8 days. When the Purnima happens, which nakshatra it is in, you should notice that.
Is there a calendar? Is there a calendar that only follows this, not coordinated to our regular days, just this 12-month calendar? Is there such thing?
That is an opportunity for entrepreneurs like you to create one.
Thank you.
No, I think we have to do it. We have to do something like that. It takes some work, but I think there will be a lot of people who will be willing to pay for it. Why not, right? So, okay. Then Kritika Nakshatra. Kartika Masa is the Purnima in Kritika Nakshatra. in Margashira Masa is Mrugashira Nakshatra, Pushya Masa in Pushya Nakshatra, Magha Masa in Magha Nakshatra, Phalguna Masa in Uttara Phalguni, Purva and Uttara Phalguni Nakshatras. So the name of the month is based on the name of the star or the nakshatra constellation in which the moon will be full in that month. That's how the name is derived. This shouldn't be confusing. Is this understandable?
Yes, Sunil.
Okay. Okay. Let's see. So we have done Samvatsara, we have done the Ritu, Masa, Paksha, as we know, Shukla Paksha and Krishna Paksha. We know that. Tithi. So we will deep dive Tithi, in the next part. But what the time shown here, it's always the ending time that's shown. That means when it says Tithi is Saptami till 28:41, that means at sunrise there is Saptami Tithi, and that Tithi ends at 28 means after midnight. No, actually this one because it's sunrise to sunrise. Yeah, but the time I think they show is 24-hour time. So that means 4 a.m. the next day. Until then, the Tithi is there. That's why it says 28. Okay. So today, Saptami is there full day until 4 a.m. tomorrow morning, which is actually same day for us because it's not sunrise yet. But the Tithi is there until 4 a.m. tomorrow morning. Okay. Nakshatra. Again, Nakshatra is the 27 Nakshatras that make up the month on which the moon goes around. And what it is saying is the moon is now in the background of Anuradha constellation, Anuradha Nakshatra in the Vrishchika Rashi, Scorpio, until the 21:53, until 9 o'clock, until almost 10 o'clock. Right? Until about 10 o'clock tonight, this evening, moon will be in the Anuradha Nakshatra background. So wherever you see the moon tonight, you'll not be able to see it's Krishna, it's Shukla Paksha, but I think maybe you'll see in the western sky. But that will be a Scorpio. In places where the sky is visible, the stars are visible, you can see that the Scorpio sign, you can see that. So the moon will be in that background of that star. Okay. Then yoga, Vishkamba yoga. So we'll look at all the details of the yoga and all that. But I just wanted to just tell you, and it is at until 22:20. So again, that is we'll go into the details of what is a yoga and all that. And then Karana is there is Garaja. Karana is half a Tithi. So there are two Karanas here. Garaja until 5:45, and then Vanija Karana, Vanik Karana until 28:41, until the end of the Tithi. Like this is, see the Tithi here ends at 28:41. The Karana ends at 28:41 because Tithi and Karana are related. Half a Tithi is a Karana. So we'll look at the details. Karana repeats a cycle. So we'll go through all those details. Okay. So is it understood until now? So every day that daily Panchangam I send, I've just captured that and I'm explaining what each line means. I want to make sure you have understood all of them until Rahu Kala. Now we'll deep dive into what is Rahu Kala. But I will go,
Yes,
if you tell me you understood it.
we understood, Sunil.
So the
Or I
nakshatras,
understood.
the 27 nakshatras, you haven't shown them. Is it something?
No, that we'll do because it's one of the limbs, Panchanga. We'll deep dive those nakshatras and all that next. But for now, I just want to make sure that you understand what each one means. Okay. Finally, Rahu Kala, right? What is this Rahu Kala? We all see Rahu Kala. What is this Rahu Kala? and why it is different times at different days, weekdays, and it depends on weekday.
Again, it connects with the Jyotisha, right, Sunil? I mean, I know they don't get a day. They get in a day, they get a time. Both Rahu and Ketu, they get time. That's why we have Rahu Kala.
Ketu doesn't get a time.
We say Yamakanta is Ketu. Rahu Kala.
No, Rahu gets a time.
Yes, sir.
In this system, right?
Yeah.
So we'll look at that one. Okay. So what I want you to learn from this is how is Rahu Kala calculated, and you should have an approximate knowledge of when Rahu Kala will occur during that weekday. If I say, oh, today is Sunday, oh, then you know, oh, Sunday, that means Rahu Kala will be the last part of the day. Oh, Monday, oh, that means the second part of the day, like that. Okay. So you'll know the logic of why Rahu Kala is at different times during different days. Okay. Good.
Yes,
You
sir.
need to tell me something, otherwise, you know, I cannot move. Okay. So there is a system of Jyotisha. One second. There is a system of Jyotisha called Kala Chakra. Right? There's Kala Chakra Dasha, there's a Kala Chakra Jyotisha system. So it is based on 8 parts, right? Dividing the day into 8 parts. So it means from sunrise to sunset. That means if you take this one, right, 7:09 today to in the evening, 7:32 in the evening, the duration, which is 12 hours, 23 minutes, divided by 8. So you'll get a duration, right? So each of those duration is given, the lordship of each duration of that is given to these 8 grahas: Sun, Mars, Jupiter, Mercury, Venus, Saturn, Moon, and Rahu, in that order, right? That's the Kala Chakra order. So let's do a deep dive of that and I'll show you what it is. Okay. So what we are doing is the Rahu Kala calculation. How is a Rahu Kala calculation done? So this is what is called Kala Chakra. This one, right? So this one is the regular, this is the Ashtadala Padma. So the heart, the lotus petals in the heart, right? This is the lotus petals in the heart. This is the regular Parashari system, in which east is ruled by Sun, southeast by Venus, south by Mars, southwest, which is Nairitya, by Rahu, west by Shani, northwest by Moon, north by Mercury, northeast, the best, Ishanya, by Jupiter, right? This is the one system. In Kala Chakra, it is a different system. The east is Sun, southeast is Mars, south is Jupiter, southwest is Mercury, west is Venus, northwest is Saturn, north is Moon, northeast is Rahu. It's opposite, right? This is northeast is Jupiter here. It's exact opposite as Rahu, right? So this is the reckoning of the Kala Chakra. That means each graha gets the lordship of 1.5 hours approximately. So if it's from sunrise to sunset is 12 hours. If you divide that 12 hours by 8 parts, it's 1.5 hours per part. So each planet or each graha gets 1.5 hours. Okay. Now, the sun rules the first hour of the morning of Sunday. So today is Sunday. The sunrise happened at 7:09. 7:09 plus 1.5 hours, let's say approximately 1.5 hours, like 8:39, 8:40, ruled by Sun.
Sunil,
next-
the outside circle and the inside circle, sorry, I'm still confused. Is it
Inside circle is our system that we are talking about. Outside circle is Kala Chakra. The Rahu Kala is calculated through Kala Chakra. Okay. today is Sunday, correct? First hour of Sunday is ruled by Sun, second by Mars, third by Jupiter, fourth by Saturn, fifth by Venus, sixth by Saturn, seventh by Moon, eighth by Rahu. Right? So if you so that means sunrise happens here, sunset happens here. That means what is the Rahu Kala on Sunday?
4:30 to 6.
No, it's the last hour.
Okay. But
Of
in
the-
generally they keep it 4:30 to 6 on Sunday standard in India.
No. That is calculating from. See, if that is an average sun, like sunrise is at 6 o'clock, sunset is at 6 o'clock, 6 p.m. 4:30 to 6 is the last part of the sun.
Got it.
Right? But if sunrise is at 7 or 9,
Yeah.
and sunset is at 39, then you have to calculate based on today's sunset, 8 parts of today's sunset, right? So that means what it tells you, on a Sunday, the last part of the day is Rahu Kala. On a Monday, ruled by Moon, the second part of the day is Rahu Kala.
It comes immediately. 7:30 to 9. That's the
Ah.
Rahu Kala, 7:30 to 9.
No, 7:30 to 9 to 10:30.
Oh, 9 to 10:30. 7:30 to 9 on Wednesday.
Second part of the. Oh yeah, if you take from 6, 6 to 6:30, 6 to 7:30, 7:30 to 9. Yeah.
7:30 to 9 is the normal in India.
Second part. Yeah.
Second part, yeah.
Right. So on a Tuesday, ruled by Mars, it is what? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7th part of the day.
3 to 4:30 it comes. That's where they do
3 to
Durga
4.
Puja. They do
Right?
Durga Puja.
So
Yeah.
that is this one.
Yeah.
On a Wednesday, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5th part of the day.
So it's about 10:30 to 12.
5th part of the day, in the afternoon. It will be in the afternoon.
Oh, okay.
In the afternoon, right? Mercury. On a
1 to-
Thursday,
Yeah,
it
1
will
to
be the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6th part of the day. So again, afternoon.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
On a Thursday. On a Friday, it will be in the mid-noon. 1, 2, 3, 4, mid-noon.
10:30 to 12.
Ah.
Or 9
On
to
a Saturday, it will be 11 or something.
earlier. Yeah.
So this is how Rahu Kala. So I'm just giving you an example here. On a Sunday, it's the 8th part of the day. See, today, this is today. I mean, this is last week, like last Sunday, 5th September, 1807 to 1941, Rahu Kala. Sunset is 1941. Right? So Rahu Kala ends with sunset. And then the last part of that 1/8 part of the day and the last part of the day, because sun is here, Rahu is just previous to that, that's the 8th part of the day.
So okay, it goes to close to the Sunday. It goes very close to the end of the day.
It is the end of the day.
No, the starts and the end. It's going to be the close.
The last part of the day, the last 1/8 part of the day.
It's always 1 hour and 30 minutes, right? So like 1 hour.
No. 1/8. I mean, it's a 1/8. So
Okay.
if your day is 12 hours long,
Okay.
it is 1 hour 30 minutes is 1/8 of 12 hours.
Okay.
If your day is, say, the longest day is 14 hours, how can you take 130? You have to divide 14 by 8.
Okay.
It will increase. Okay. The second part of the day, see, the moon, it's the second part of the day, which is, see, remember, moon is here, Rahu is second to it. The second part of the day.
It comes early.
See, 8:40 to 10:14. So 7:06, the moon rules the next approximately 1.5 hours. After that, Rahu Kala comes. Tuesday, 7th part of the day. If you look at here, Mars is here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7th part of the day. Right? So approximately you will know, if it's a Tuesday, then it should be somewhere in the evening because it's 7th part of the day. 4 o'clock, 4:30 to 6. Wednesday, 5th part of the day, 1:30 to about 3. Thursday, 6th part of the day, 2 to 4:30. I mean, 3 to 4:30. Yeah. Friday is mid. 4th part is the middle. right? Friday, September 10th, was mid-noon, 11:48 to 13:22. Saturday, yesterday, is third part of the day, 10:15 to 11:48. So Rahu Kala is calculated. Why is Rahu Kala, on different? Rahu Kala is, first of all, division 1/8 division of one day, as in from sunrise to sunset. When it's divided into 8 halves, each of the grahas from sun to Rahu get the lordship of each of the thing, and the lordship of the Vara day will be the one that starts with. So each of the 1.5 hours approximately will be ruled by each of these. Whichever part is ruled by Rahu, that is called as Rahu Kala. Good. Now you know what a Rahu Kala is. It is a Kala Chakra system of 8 grahas from Sun to Rahu, and depending on this order of lordships, you will calculate Rahu Kala of the day. Good or no?
Good, Sunil.
I mean, has everybody understood this? You'll need to just think of, Sunday means last part of the day. Saturday means third part of the day. Wednesday is, like the 5th part of the day, something like that.
Yeah, I think since you explained the Kala Chakra, it makes it more sense, much easier to understand.
Yeah, it is 1/8 part ruled by Mars, that is called as Rahu Kala. Okay. So it's 12 o'clock now. What we'll do, we'll have to deep dive all of these. So I'll start with yoga, then we'll take up, or maybe we'll start with Vara. So that way I'll keep yoga is a little more detailed. Vara, Tithi, and Karana, we'll do it next Sunday, next class. So let's do Vara, right? So first of all, let me go back here. So the 5 angas of a day are yoga, nakshatra, Vara, Tithi, Karana. And each of them represents the tattvas. Akasha tattva represents, yoga represents Akasha tattva. It has the guna of Akasha tattva. Yoga, the yoga of the day is the one that brings everything together, connects everything together. Like Akasha connects everything together, yoga connects everything together, and that's how you use it. And the whole thing about why we will know this is to find out how I need to see that day, what is important in that day for the things that you do. So if you are doing something, a karana will become important, right? If you are doing something for prosperity, for relationship, tithi becomes very important. Health-wise, vara becomes important. So all of these things are very important. Which one is important? What activity you are going to do? All of those things are. See, generally, tithi is very important because whenever you are, let's say, somebody goes to a Jyotishya, to get a muhurta for something, I want to open a company, I want a muhurta for opening a company, right, or something. So the muhurta has 2 aspects. One is the muhurta in which you start something should be beneficial to you, for you personally. And the other part is the muhurta should bring you prosperity. 2 things. That means one thing is, will you be good or will it be beneficial to you? That is one. Will it be achieved is 2. So one is, for every muhurta, there is Brihaspati, Guru and Shukra, both of them. Guru rules protection. unit, any muhurta that any astrologer, any great astrologers, whenever they look at the muhurta may be fantastic, but it might kill you. What is the use of that muhurta, right? Muhurta is not, oh, I want Graha Pravesha muhurta. Oh, fantastic muhurta for Graha Pravesha. But it tells that it is very counterindicated to the person who's doing the puja. What is the use? Yeah, the house, the time of entering the house is fantastic, which is the Shukra part of it. But the Guru part of it is you should be protected from that puja. You are not protected by that puja. Right? So muhurta has two aspects. One is, will that protect you? The doer. Two, will you achieve the end of it? Fruit of it. Two, that is the second part of it. That's always, whenever you choose, whether it's a marriage muhurta, whether it is the opening of something or whatever it is, whenever the muhurta is chosen, expert astrologers see two things: whether it protects you, whether you are protected; two, whether it will be fruitified, whether there is fruitification. That's how a muhurta should be chosen. Okay, and the major part of protection is tithi. The tithi has to be, very conducive to the person who is engaged in that muhurta. That protects them. So tithi is very important in the reckoning of the muhurta. Okay. So now
in that protection is always by the Guru,
by Jupiter.
or the
Guru.
fruitification. Okay.
Yes. No, fruitification is by Shukra.
Shukra. Okay.
The external fruit, because there are two gurus, right? I mean, two teachers. Guru is the Brihaspati is a teacher. Shukra is also a teacher. So Brihaspati wants you to be protected. Shukra wants to get and achieve your goal achieved. So there are two things. So any muhurta, both has to be there. Your end goal has to be achieved, but you should also be protected.
So for protection, it is Tithi and Shukra, is it?
Tithi and Shukra, yes. Shukra rules Tithi. Like if you see here, Adipati of Tithi is Shukra.
And then for the fruits is Guru.
That's the fruits.
Yeah.
Right? And the
Yoga.
Guru rules the yoga. And also the protection of a muhurta. See, these two, yoga and tithi, are connected in the sense that tithi is sun minus moon, longitudes. Yoga is sun plus moon. We'll go into the details of those, but these are, one is subtraction, one is addition. That's what it is. Okay. So now, with that in mind, let's look at Vara. Let's go to Vara. So Vara is ruled by Agni, Agni Tattva. Very important in the birth chart, right? What is the use of Vara, the day of birth in your birth chart? That is the one that gives you health. Anything that has fire keeps you healthy. Anything that is wind brings disease. Anything that is water is relationship, right? Anything that is Prithvi is stability. Anything that is Akasha is community. So all of these are different aspects of how we live in our society, right? Agni is always our health. And how to use this? Look at the day, weekday you were born. Okay. For example, let's say someone is born on a Sunday. Whenever I say Sunday, that means from sunrise on a Sunday to the next morning sunrise is a Sunday, not 12 o'clock in the midnight. Okay. Sunday for us is from sunrise on Sunday, like today's sunrise, till tomorrow sunrise is Sunday. So if somebody is born tonight, tomorrow early morning at 4 a.m., what day is it?
It is still Sunday.
Sunday, yeah.
Sunday. right? It is still Sunday. Even though in the Western calendar, it is a Monday. But in our calendar, the day doesn't change at 12 a.m. It changes at the sunrise. Okay. So we have Sunday until the next sunrise. And then Monday starts. Okay.
When someone born in between, say, Saturday midnight, Saturday, say 12 a.m. somebody, or Sunday, right? Sunday comes. How do you put it in Sunil? Like it's like 12 a.m. Saturday only. Until up to 4, 5 o'clock, whenever, whatever the time.
Whenever the next sunrise is, it's still Saturday.
Oh, but when you put it in the Jyotisha, you say, okay, we are born in such a day, but the time.
No, you can say Gregorian Saturday, Gregorian Sunday, Vaidika Saturday.
Oh, okay.
So it is a Gregorian Saturday, Sunday, but in the Vedic system, it is still Saturday. Okay, so let's say somebody is born on that, let's say Saturday, right? So they're born, they're born Saturday night at 4 a.m., which is still Saturday for us. Shani has the Agni in the chart. That means your health depends a lot on how your Shani is doing in the chart. And the Shani can also restore your health back, right? If that Graha is very badly placed, the health will be very badly affected, right? So the Panchanga has some, it has a role in your birth chart. That means the Graha, which is the Vara, the Lord of the Vara, the weekday Lord, in your chart gives you health. His job is to give you health, keep you healthy. So you have to invoke that Graha or that Lord to be healthy. Or any measures that you are doing, let's say you are not in good health, and you are born on a Friday, you're not in good health, you want to start taking medication or doing something, start from that Friday. It will be beneficial because Shukra is always in that chart of people who are born on a Friday, always going to want to bring you back to health. So the weekday Lord wants to keep you healthy. The more you empower the weekday Lord, the more he is empowered to make you healthy. Right? All health related things, starting it on the weekday of the birth, the day of the birth, will always be fruitful for health. Okay, so that is very important. So this is how you use a Vara for the birth chart. How to use a Vara, the weekday Lord, in the birth chart to find out or for the remedial measures. That is this. You can use the Lord of the Vara for healthy remedies on your birth chart. Okay. Now, do you know why Monday comes after Sunday? Why not Thursday?
Sun, moon. There's an arrangement of planets. Sun goes first, moon second.
How? What is that arrangement?
You taught us already. So
I know. That's why I'm asking. I thought.
I forgot.
Anybody remember or no? Nobody remembers.
No, it was in the Jyotisha class you took it. I kind of got it, but you told me that that's how it is arranged.
Okay. Okay. Let's look at this. Okay. The Vara Lordship, right? See, first of all, you have to put the grahas in the order of their speeds. Okay. The fastest is moon, right? The moon travels the fastest. Then the Mercury, which is the solar system order, right? The inner grahas travel the fastest, then the outer grahas are the slowest. So moon is the fastest for us. And here fastest in the background of the zodiac. So even the moon is going around on the earth, everything is related to the fixed zodiac. So then moon is in the background of fixed zodiac, moon is the fastest. Then comes Mercury, then Venus, then sun. See, it's in the heliocentric model, it's the earth going around. But as seen from the earth, it's geocentric. That means whatever is earth related goes to sun. So it's Mercury, Venus, earth. Instead of earth, what we see from earth is sun. So sun, Mars, Jupiter, Saturn. So this is the fastest, this is the slowest.
Yes, yeah.
Okay. So you have to put these grahas in this order.
So what is that's the line of the 7 days of the week?
No, these are the grahas in the order of speed. Okay.
Order of taking time to move places in between our Rasi chakras. That's
Yes. But do they correspond to the days of the week?
That's what is coming.
We'll see. That. Yeah. So now you can already see here, right? Weekday order calculation, right? So now the lord of the first hour or the first hora of a Sunday is sun. So this is hora, ahoratri hora. That means 1 hour, right? 2.5 gatikas is 1 hora. So there are 24 horas or 24 hours in a day, ruled by 24 grahas. Each hour is ruled by 1 graha. In the same, it's a repetition. So Sunday, so if you look at it here, the first hour of a Sunday is ruled by sun. Okay. Then you go from the slowest to the fastest. Sun, Venus, Mercury, Moon, right? So that's what I'm doing here. Sun, Venus, Mercury, Moon, Saturn, Jupiter. So here Saturn is the slowest, Jupiter, Mars, Sun, Venus, Mercury. So this is 14th hour, 15th hour. The last hour, this is the hour before sunrise. Okay, is ruled by Mercury. What comes after Mercury? Or what is
maybe
faster than Mercury?
Venus.
Moon.
Oh, yeah.
So the first hour of Monday is ruled by moon, and therefore Monday is Monday.
Oh, okay.
Same order. Then again you go back to Saturn, Jupiter, Mars, Sun, Venus, Mercury, Moon. Saturn, Jupiter, Mars, Sun, Venus, Mercury, Moon. Saturn, Jupiter, Mars, Moon, Venus, Mercury, Moon. Saturn, Jupiter, Mars rules the first hour of Tuesday. So Tuesday is Mangalavara, Mangala. Okay? Same thing, same order.
Same order.
24th hour ruled by Venus. The first hour of the next day is ruled by Mercury. So he is the lord of that week. So the lord of that week day is the lord of the first hour of that day. Whoever gets that, yeah.
So it's also based off of the last hour of the previous day. Correct?
No, the first hour of the day. I mean, of course, it's the order, right? So it's
once you set the order first, then it becomes the last hour of the day. It's already determined. Like when you set the first hour, the last hour of the day also decided.
Yes, because it's always a 25th hour, right? It's 25th hour of the next, which is so the 25th hour after sun is moon, ruled by moon. 25th hour of the Mars is ruled by Mercury. Same thing. So on a Friday, Venus will rule because in the same order. Then moon. Remember, the last hour of a Friday is ruled by the moon. What comes after the moon in that order? Go back to Saturn. So the first hour of a Saturday is ruled by Saturn. Then the same thing happens. Then Mars, Venus, Mercury, Moon, Saturn, Jupiter, Mars, then Sun. So then you go back to this cycle.
So technically, it is more like a Vimshottri Dasha also. Similar pattern we carry.
Not
right?
Which one?
No, the way it is.
No, it's not Vimshottri Dasha. Vimshottri Dasha is different. This one is based on the graha, speeds of the grahas.
When Vimshottri Dasha, it says like Saturn period, then Saturn Jupiter period comes.
No, the Vimshottri order is different. It's not based on the speed.
Oh, okay. Its order is different. Okay.
Vimshottri order is different. Okay. So why is the order of the weekdays this way? Sunday, why Monday comes after Sunday, why Tuesday comes after moon and all those things? That is because of this Vara order, right? This Vara Chakra. It's called Vara Chakra. So the Vara Chakra will determine what is the Lord of the weekday is. Right? The Lord of the weekday, or the weekday, is named after the Lord of the first hour of the day at sunrise. On a Sunday it's sun, on Monday it's moon, Tuesday it's Mars, on a Wednesday it's Mercury, on Thursday it's Jupiter, on a Friday it's Venus, on a Saturday it's Saturn. Okay.
Is this fixed?
It's
Is
fixed.
this fixed? Oh.
Yeah, because the speed is fixed. Saturn is always the slowest. Moon is always the fastest. So, you go from slow to fast. Okay.
There is
So,
no
see,
space. There is no space for Rahu and Ketu. I mean, that's
not on the weekday. There's no Rahu for weekday. Okay. So I want to see. We understood Rahu Kala calculations, Vara calculations. These are basics you should understand. Oh, why is this? Why is this order of the days? That because of this. Why is Rahu Kala in different times? Oh, because of the Kala Chakra. Right? So you should know those basic things. Then you can understand why things are the way they are.
so on Rahu Kala again, Sunil, it starts from sun, right? It starts from sun all the way to the end to the this thing. Rahu, it's the 9th one. If you calculate, right? It's at 9th
On a Sunday.
on a Sunday. It's 8
Yes.
divided by 8 or 9? 9.
Where is the 9?
8.
8.
8 only.
Yes. Kala Chakra is always Ashtadala Padma.
Okay. Starting with sun, moon, Mars. It goes like this: sun, moon, Mars. Or is there any sequence that it maintains?
No. Sun, Mars, Jupiter, right? We have seen that. Sun, Mars, Jupiter.
Okay, so
Kala Chakra order is different.
okay, it's not the
So-
same as this one.
No.
So the Kala Chakra happens only from rise to sunset. Nothing after sunset until next moonrise.
So it
Nightrise.
is based on activity, right? So just sunrise to sunset is when you're active.
It is for the humans, right? So like
No,
human
you can also do from sunset to next sunrise, but that is not reckoned because there is no activity then. It's for the dina, sunrise to sunset. Okay.
Is there significant where people say they want to eat before sun sets and then don't eat until next sunrise? Is that the reason?
No, that's how it is. This dinner was always at sunset. We have changed it, but dinner was always at sunset.
like before the sunset. Finish it.
Yeah.
Wow. Can you show one more time the Rahu chakras? I want to take a picture. That's a very good
No,
one.
I'll send that thing.
Okay.
You'll get the link and all that. Say I've hi-fi now. It's all hi-fi.
Oh,
It's all
wow.
linked.
This
Everything
is the
linked.
new link. I went to that website, Notion.so.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
So yeah, this is Rahu. So this is the one.
We take one picture. Can you little bit scroll up? Scroll down. Yeah, sorry. Thank you. Got it. Thank you.
So this is the Rahu Kala calculation. So we have done this, we have done this, we have done this. So let's stop here. We'll do a Q&A and just clarify things. And then next will be next week will be yoga, nakshatra, tithi, karana, and their applications in two things: in your birth chart and then in muhurta. How to kind of like quickly, oh, I want to do something today. Is it a good day? How to kind of like quickly look at which is a good day, which is a bad day, approximately, not specifically, but approximately. Oh, I want to go for a haircut. Oh, it's Ashtami on Amma, it's Ashtami, Tithi, this Karana, this yoga is there, Mula Nakshatra is there, or, some Ashlesha is there. Oh, let me go for cutting, haircut. No, bad, like that. So at least for just a general reckoning,
Yeah.
You need to have some basic knowledge of Panchanga. What day is good to do something or not, and all that. And especially some normal things. What they call as the Ayushya Vardhaka. That means haircut and all of those things are considered to be kind of like a health related. So you have to see days. Tuesday, no Tuesday. It's a Tuesday. It's an Ashtami, and with Ashlesha Nakshatra. Oh, I have some time now. I'll go for a haircut. Oh.
Even the shaving, they say, right? Like, there you don't do
Anywhere
Tuesday
where
and
the hair is cut, even nail cut, all of some of the things are that affect the life force. You should not do it on certain tithis and certain nakshatras and all that. So that is, we'll go through those things.
And how about Yamaganda, Sunil? I mean,
Why are you worried about Yamaganda Kaka?
no, it is also there, but I'm just asking.
Not in this Kala Chakra.
Okay.
I mean, there are so many Durmurta, Abhijit Lagna, Goduli Lagna, everything is there.
Kulikai, they say. Kulikai.
So that all of those, we are not going into those things.
Okay.
But we are going into what the Panchangas is, all of there are so many different systems.
Okay.
See, the thing is, the more things you know, the more confused you will be. What I'm telling you is what you need to be very dangerous to everybody. In the sense that, you can self-help without having to depend or, so this is kind of self-help.
Can you just repeat the tattva of each of the each tattva, what is related to Akasha, Vayu mentioned?
So see, yoga, the word yoga itself means coming together, right? Yuj is to coming together, joining. So in the tattvas, the tattva that joins everything is Akasha. Akasha tattva binds everything together. It connects everything together.
Okay.
So that is, your yoga is based on the Akasha tattva. So the function of yoga in a day is to create a community, is to create connections.
Okay.
Nakshatra is Vayu Tattva. So, and Vayu Tattva is basically about activities and more in this one, in the Panchanga, it is more about diseases, debt, kind of the sixth house kind of activity.
Okay.
Right? That is what Nakshatra will tell you.
Uh-huh.
Vara is Agni. So Agni is health, always health. Wherever, bad health is low Agni. If you go to Ayurveda, it's Agni determines health.
Uh-huh.
Right? So Vara will tell you the health of the person.
Okay.
Tithi is Jala. Jala is water, is always emotions, relationships, all of those things, right? All of those things coming together. So Tithi will determine relationships.
Okay.
And then Karana is Prithvi Tattva. It is also it helps you act. It's about activities, achievements. What achievement can be done? In the sense, these are all the things that you can say, are these the headwinds or the tailwinds? You want them as the tailwinds for whatever. So if you're trying to start something, do something, and you want to achieve something, your Karana should be your tailwind, not your headwind. Right? Same way, your Tithi should be a tailwind. It should push you in the direction you want to go, not prevent you. Right? So all of these directions are going. What it tells you is pick a day or a time on which day or time the wind is blowing, so to speak, in the direction you want to go.
Okay.
That is the alignment. So if I want to achieve something, I want the Karana to be in such a way that it fructifies what I want to achieve. It's very difficult to align all of them together. Right? So you need to know which is the main things I want. Because if it's once a year it comes, then you cannot wait until that time. So then you'll have to go with the second best or the third best. Is okay. This is not possible, but at least what am I going to do now? Is it about relationships? Then let me focus on Tithi. Is it about health? Then Vara is important, right? So like that.
Okay. Thank you.
Okay. Any other questions? We'll deep dive into all of these. Yoga, Nakshatra, Vara, as related to birth chart and Muhurta, Karana. So, Tithi and Karana and all of those things. And in the next class, but then at least, you should know what each one means. Hopefully, from this, what these mean.
Yeah, so in order to know which day we are born, it will be written in the Jatakams?
I don't know, because it should be sunrise to sunrise. So if you are born after midnight, then it is the previous day's weekday is your birth, the weekday of your birth. So that is where I have seen a lot of people get confused. Because the reckoning is not from 12 a.m. to 12 a.m. It's from sunrise to sunrise.
So my case is perfectly sits into it. I was born on 3:42 a.m. on Thursday.
So the
technically,
Gregorian Thursday.
Gregorian Thursday, yeah.
But your health will depend on Buddha Wednesday.
Yep.
Right? So that is what it is. It's not, it's Guru will not tell you the health. Buddha will tell you the health. Right? Which is true.
Which is true, yeah.
Yeah. So that's how it is. So even though 3:45 was a Thursday in Western calendar, it was still Wednesday in our calendar, because it was still before sunrise.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Was it too much, or was it understandable? Do you understand how Rahu Kala is calculated? How all of these Varas are calculated? What each line in the Dainika Panchanga that I send out, what these mean? You guys
Now
have to
we
come
do.
out of mute. No need to mute now.
Now I do know, Sunil. Now that you explained it, it's clear. Before, no, I did not know.
Okay. Okay. Let's see. Is there any other question? Karthik Radhakrishnan, you there?
Yeah, I'm here. Sunil. Yeah, Tejal has all the questions.
Was it understandable?
Tejal has all the answers.
I know. Yes, she does.
So the question is, to determine which one is the lord of the week, the planet, you go to the 24 planets, right? The last one of that particular day is going to be the first one of the following day. Is that how it is?
No. The last one of that day will not be the first one.
Okay,
So
it's going to be rolling. It's going to be rolling.
It's a rolling, yeah. Rolling based on the speed of the graha.
The Monday morning is basically moon.
Moon, correct.
So, and then Sunday last one is?
Sunday last one will be Saturn. No. Sunday last one will be Mercury.
Mercury, okay.
Yeah. No, Rahu is for, don't mix up Rahu Kala.
Yeah. Sorry.
Kala Chakra.
Yeah,
It's
sorry.
the speed.
Yeah.
Vara is based on speed of the planets, order of the speed. Rahu Kala is based on Kala Chakra order. So, there are so many different orders for each different purpose. But, those are the things. So, to explain why after Sunday there is Monday, you have to go through the order of the speed of the planets from the slowest to the fastest, starting with Sun.
So how many planets in total that you're putting it in this rolling thing? 12? How many planets? 9? How many planets are there in that rolling? You roll it, right?
Oh, 7.
Total 7. Okay.
Correct. So, see, in Jyotisha, there are different schemes. So there's 5 planet schemes, right? Where, you take the Chaya Grahas, Rahu, Ketu, and the Sun and Moon, and just keep the 5 planets. Okay. Then there is a 7 planet schemes, where you have the 5 planets, and then Sun and Moon. And there is 8 planet scheme. Then you add 8, which is Rahu. And then there is, in the Navagraha scheme, There is all the 9. Ketu is also added. So there are different, there is different reasons why you choose different planet orders and different planet groups. That is, that's way beyond this, what we need to know. But in this one, it is just 7 planets. So you don't take the shadowy planets because they have no real existence. So you just keep to the 7 planets that have existence. Rahu and Ketu have no existence, right? So they're just points. They're chayagrahas, they're shadows. So they are not used in the reckoning of a weekday. So it's just the 7. Okay, are we good?
Yeah, usually when we do something auspicious on a particular day, we usually try to avoid the Rahu Kala, isn't it? It's because it is ruled by Rahu.
It is ruled by Rahu, but you can use Rahu Kala. For example, let's say you want to do a Rahu Shanti. So then what you can do, you can choose an Ashtami Rahu Kala to do Durga Puja. Okay, that will be very, very effective. Ashtami Tithi, which is the Durga, ruled by Rahu is also the ruler of that. Durga is the deity of Ashtami, and then Rahu Kala is the time of Rahu. When you do Durga Puja or mantras of Durga on an Ashtami at Rahu Kala, it is very effective. So there are certain times and all of those things where it is useful. So you have to determine what it is for. That will tell you what, which will be useful and which will not be useful.
Yeah, when somebody has to travel and all, we look into avoid Rahu Kala.
Correct. So then you need to avoid Rahu Kalams. You need to avoid certain tithis, and all of those things. Yeah, like generally, it should not be an Amavasya, things like that.
Yeah. Thank you.
Okay. I take it. Yes. Was there a question? Okay. So what we will do next week is we'll come to the Panchanga proper, Yoga, Nakshatra, Vara, Tithi, and Karana, and then we'll look at how to use what these are first, and then how to use this for a good muhurta, and to look at especially the doshas of the Panchanga doshas. It's called Panchanga dosha in the birth chart, and how to know what it is. Remove it is a little more advanced topic, but at least just to know if there is a Panchanga dosha or not. Is there a Vara dosha? Where there's a Karana dosha or a Nakshatra dosha and all of those things. Okay, Tithi dosha. So those things we'll look at next week. So what is Panchanga? Each one of them, and then how it is applied in the birth chart, and then how it is applied in the Muhurta chart. Like for example, I want to go on a long journey. What should I look for? Or I want to do a puja to get rid of a certain, a remedy for some problem. Should I still look for a proper time, or can I do that on a Rahu Kala, like that? So those things. Again, self-help to an extent. You cannot do everything by yourself, but at least you should know some basics, right? Our parents and grandparents, they knew the basics. What is Rahu Kala, when it is, and all of those. This is an attempt to, not to make you big astrologers, but to at least to, have a basic knowledge of what these things mean, how they have come from, and all of those things.
Beautiful.
Okay. So, we'll end with a mantra, a shloka, and then we'll take up next week. We'll go through these Panchanga in depth. Om Vasudeva Sutam Devam Kamsachanuramardanam Devaki Paramanandam Krishnam Vande Jagat Gurum. Om. Okay. See you next week. I will be traveling to India 2 weeks after, for 2 weeks after that. So Gita will start only after I come back. That will be from second week of October. Okay.
Fantastic.
Okay.
You will do Pitru Paksha in India?
Yes, I will do Pitru Paksha in India, and also the 1 year thing also falls now, the end of this month. So I'm going there for that.
So who will guide us in the
And which
Goshala?
reminds
Sudhi?
me that you saw all the pictures that we are cleaning up. It's cleaned up now in the Goshala. There's a barn that is being cleaned up and pressure washed and all that for Pitru Paksha. So we wanted a nice clean place because it has all the three gaus. Like I said, gau in Sanskrita means cow. Earth, earth is a cow, right? It is shown as a cow. And then water body, water. So all the three are there. So it is a very, very, very auspicious place to do Pitru Karyas there, especially for Pitru Paksha. So I would encourage and suggest that you go there maybe Mahala Amasya or one of those days in Pitru Paksha. And just go do Grasa, or if you are doing Pitru Karyas, choose to do it there. It will be awesome. It will be very, very, you'll feel very satisfied. It's a fantastic experience.
Is there going to be any Homa by Raghuram Bhatt on Pitru Paksha?
No, I have to check. No, it's been cleaned up for people to come there, and perform these rituals in a clean environment. And that's why, because once it is done, they can go feed the cow. They can, leave that in the pond where there's a lot of fishes and all that. So it's a fantastic, fantastic place to do those things. So, and also you can just go during that Pitru Paksha. I think it starts from 21st to October 5th or something. And
so the Saraswati Puja and all comes that time, right?
No. That is Navaratri. That is after that.
Okay.
So this is Pitru Paksha. Okay. That means there's nothing.
And we could do any of those days, right, Sunil?
Yeah, you can go there any of those days. Mahala Amavasya, if you do it there, will be the auspicious.
Okay.
And we work through Sudhi for all this?
Yeah, I mean, you can work through, I cannot speak for him, but I think he's here. I know he's joined.
Hey, I'm here. Yeah, you can work with the Goshala folks. I mean, Abhinav should also be able to.
Yeah, Abhinav will be there. He's going to be able to manage, but Sudhi can also help.
Yeah. Hey, a quick question, Sunil. Do we need to arrange like a priest or something for those days?
No, it is. I think just like the options that we are telling them, right? If you want to bring, you can bring. Otherwise, we'll give you. We can arrange for them.
No. I know for the Pitru Karyas, I understand what you're saying. But for those specific days like Malaya, Amavasya, or any of those days, do we need to kind of keep a priest on standby?
I don't think it is only going to be Grasa. I don't think there's going to, but let me check. I'll check and see if there's anything that needs to be done.
Yeah, let me know, because I have like 2 or 3 priests lined up now. There were days when we didn't have any priests. Now we have like 2 or 3 priests lined up. So.
Priestsforhire.com, huh?
Yeah, quite a bit. I mean, a lot of them are asking me. So
yeah. Sure. Let me check on that one. But but for now, I think I would encourage everybody to use that facility during the Pitru Paksha. It's going to be very, very satisfying. And if there is any kind of Pitru dosha that is causing any kind of troubles in your life, you will magically see some things go away. So you don't know. So make use of it. Sudhi has spent like 5-6 hours yesterday, getting our brethren from south of the border to help clean.
Very nice. Very good job.
Yeah. So great job. It's awesome job. Okay, then what we'll do, we'll meet next week, same 10:30 to whatever, and finish the Panchangams and then its application to Muhurta and birth chart, and then Q&As, and then finish there. And then 2 weeks after that, then we'll start Gita when I come back. Okay, see you next week then.
Okay, so see you then.
Okay, bye.
Thank
Bye,
you,
Swami.
Sunil.
Bye.
Bye.